Ahmadi Muslims are deeply committed to the promotion of peace, freedom, loyalty to country, and service to humanity. In 2011, our community established an annual Ahmadiyya Muslim Humanitarian Award to recognize the services and contributions of individuals who selflessly strive to assist oppressed and disadvantaged communities around the world. By being an advocate for these communities, these individuals protect and safeguard fundamental and universal human rights. This year, we are delighted to honor the work of 3 extraordinary sister organizations within the Lutheran community: Lutheran Services in America, Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services, and Lutheran Services of the Carolinas. The first organization we honor is Lutheran Services in America, one of the largest health and social services networks in the United States, collectively serving 1 in every 50 people across the country each year. Lutheran Services in America and the 300 Lutheran health and social service organizations in the network were founded on the Lutheran call to love and serve our neighbor. The second organization we honor is Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services. Founded in 1939, LIRS is the second largest refugee resettlement agency in the United States. It is nationally recognized for its leadership advocating with refugees, asylum seekers, unaccompanied children, immigrants in detention, families fractured by migration, and other vulnerable populations. 75 years of service and advocacy, over 500,000 migrants and refugees that they've helped rebuild their lives in this country. And the third and final organization we honor is Lutheran Services of the Carolinas, which has played a hugely instrumental role in helping many refugee families, including at least 10 Ahmadi Muslim families in Research Triangle. Many of them are here today at this convention. Here to receive the Ahmadiyya Muslim Humanitarian Award for 2017 are Charlotte Haberacker, President and CEO of Lutheran Services in America, Stacy Coomer, Vice President of Development for Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services, Badrija Jazik and Haneen Al-Safi, Director and Area Manager for Lutheran Services of the Carolinas. We invite Charlotte, Stacy, Badrija, and Haneen to accept this year's awards from our National Vice President, Azra Anif, and we ask each of our honorees to then say a few words.
I am honored and humbled to accept this award on behalf of our network of 300 Lutheran healthcare and social service organizations around the country that collectively serve 1 in 50 people every year. I'm also honored to work together and to partner with your community across the country. The work we do ranges from rebuilding homes after disaster to providing health care in rural areas around the country, to helping seniors live independently at home, resettling refugees, and helping youth successfully attain adulthood. We seek to help and advocate for the most vulnerable, so they become whole, self-sufficient, and able to actively contribute to their communities. I'd like to very briefly share the story of our work and the connections that we share together. The work we do today originated 500 years ago at the very beginnings of Lutheranism, where care for our neighbor is a core part of who we are, and why we do the work we do is important to us. We serve others not to gain something for ourselves, but in gratitude for God's grace to us. From the very beginning, Lutheran social ministry has been about community, Jalsa, gathering together and strengthening communities. It's been about treating people with dignity and respect, open to all, and welcoming to all. And it's been about helping people achieve their full potential, because when people achieve their full potential, we all benefit, and our communities are stronger. As I learned more about your community and your faith, I learned about the third stage of human relationships, or kinship. And I realized that that's a principle, treating others with such grace and overwhelming benevolence as one would treat one's own kindred, that we share with you and that we practice in our work in social ministry. And in fact, my own family has received the gift of kinship from one of the members of your community. The woman who took care of my son when he was young was this wonderful, loving woman named Bushra. And I'm forever grateful for her loving care. We are connected together, and we value our partnership with you. Thank you very much for this award, and thank you for our friendship.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy Coomer, and I serve as one of the vice presidents of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service. And I'm so honored to be accepting this humanitarian award for all of our organization, as well as all of the refugees and migrants that we have served for many years. This is my first Jalsa, so I'm very excited again to be here as well and join and understand the inspiration that you bring through this extraordinary event. As was already noted, Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service was founded in 1939, so over 7 decades of providing service to refugees and families around the world. We've shown this legacy by being courageous and compassionate with our service, and that we have made a difference in the lives of hundreds and thousands of people seeking safety and hope in the U.S. It's a very volatile time in our world right now, especially with our current climate and the viewpoints that are shared around refugees. We hope that this type of event leads to that love and support for refugees around the world, and our support to be able to help and welcome new families into the U.S. in the future. Our work and our mission is deeply rooted in Lutheran principles, as Charlotte was able to share from over 500 years ago, in what brings us to do our work today. We stand by advocating for migrants and refugees to help transform communities through ministries of service and justice. As one of the largest refugee resettlement organizations in the U.S., this award is very meaningful. And while the world is facing, as we noted, the largest refugee crisis, even greater than the times from World War II, we will continue to stand strong for our work, encouraging love for all and hatred for none, the same way that you have continued to support this message for many years. We welcome and support our neighbors as our own. Thank you for this tremendous honor in being able to share in this time of joy with you.
Personally, and in the name of all Refugee and Immigrant Services staff, I want to thank you very much for this great honor, especially an honor that comes from an institution whose own members in Raleigh, North Carolina, work alongside our staff and other community members to offer welcome and provide support to refugees, proving yet again that people of faith across traditions and people of conscience hold a common vision to live in a country where those who are most vulnerable are welcomed. There are more people displaced than any other time in history, and thus compassion is needed more constantly than ever. Justice, benevolence, and hospitality for those in need is a tradition rooted in sacred texts that goes back thousands of years in all of the world's major religions. The Holy Book of Quran says in Surah 5, verse 32, "If anyone saves a life, it shall be as though he had saved the lives of all mankind." This award encourages Lutheran Services Carolinas to continue to save lives and care for the hurting, calling people of faith to embrace refugees through their communities by providing for immediate and long-term needs. Serving refugees includes providing shelter, food, medical care, employment, and education, but most importantly, it is giving justice, kindness, and friendship. It is giving an opportunity and hope. It is giving life back to refugees so they can start anew among friends. I wanted, once again, to express my deep gratitude to Ahmadiyya Muslim community for this incredible evening and the award, which means too much to Lutheran Services Carolina's Refugee Services team. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'd like first to take a moment to appreciate the Ahmadiyya Muslim community on a national level for recognizing the work that we do serving local refugees at Lutheran Services Carolinas. Locally, I would like to appreciate Hadi Ahmed and his team at the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Raleigh, North Carolina. This recognition solidifies that our agency represents quality services for those we serve. I, on behalf of my team at Lutheran Services Carolinas, I'm honored to receive such a humbling humanitarian award. Our first interaction with Ahmadiyya Muslim community was through Hadi, who reached out to our agency with a purpose he identified as becoming a community resource that would complement our services. Our partnership with the community has been of great impact to those we serve. The continuous work you do creates a link in the chain of support provided that results in successful resettlement of refugees. I'm honored to be here at Jalsa to receive the Humanitarian Award, and I share this award with you. Thank you. Jazakum Allah bil khair.